Hello everyone, you're welcome to my today's class. I'm so happy to welcome you to Maths today, and I hope you're good to go with me. Get your pen and paper, let's do it together. You are welcome. In our today's class, I'll be taking us on logarithm. Let's go. Okay, we have two types of logarithm. Okay, we have the natural logarithm and we have the common logarithm. So we'll be discussing them one after the other, the natural logarithm and the common logarithm. Okay, we start with the natural logarithm, and another name for natural logarithm is Napier. Okay, Napier logarithm after the name John Napier. Okay, here the natural logarithm is a logarithm of the number to the base e, to the base e. Okay, it is written like this, and the n, the capital N is the number, while e is the base. Okay, so another name is Napier after the name John Napier, and then it has the base e. The base is e, and n is the number itself, while the base is e. You can see how it's written. The e, the base is a subscript. Okay, now the second one we have is a common logarithm. The common logarithm has its base to be base 10. Okay, this is how it's written. Okay, you can see it now. The base is base 10. When it's common, it's in base 10. Then logarithm has two parts, especially the common logarithm has two parts. It has the characteristics and it has the mantissa. The characteristics is the integral part of a common logarithm. Okay, the characteristics is the integral part of a common logarithm, and it determines the value of the number. Okay, the value of the number based on the first significant figure. Okay, and then the decimal part is referred to as the mantissa. Okay, so I have an example here, and we're going to look at how you can determine the characteristics of numbers. Remember, I told us that if you're asked to find log of a given number, you have two parts. We have the characteristics and we have the mantissa. The characteristics is the one that determines the place value of the number. Then the mantissa is the one you look at for in your four-figure table. Okay, how do we determine the characteristics of numbers? Okay, let's start with these examples. We have 82.47 as our first example, and already the answer is there telling us that the characteristics is 1. How is it 1? Okay, we look at for the characteristics using the first significant digit, and we ask ourselves, what is the place value of the first significant digit? So the first significant digit here is 8, and the place value is 8 tenths. Okay, 8 tenths. Okay, 8 tenths means we have 8 times 10, that is 80. And how many zeros do we have in 80? 1. So that is how the characteristics is 1. Okay, let's look at for the second one. We have 107.8. The characteristics is 2. The first significant digit there is 1, and the place value is 100. 100. How many zeros do we have in 100? We have 2 zeros, and that is how the characteristics is 2. Okay, the third one we have 2.83. 2.83. Okay, the first significant digit there is 2. Is unit. The place value is unit. Do we have 0 in units? No, and that is why we are having the characteristics to be 0. Okay, the D part of it we have 0.745. 0.745, and we say the characteristics is -1, written as bar 1. How is it so? Now 0.745, the first significant digit there is 7, and that 7 is 7 tenths. 7 tenths, that is 7 over 10. 7 over 10, so we still have 10 there, 1 0. But because it is after the decimal point, it is negative. Okay, I hope you're with me here. We have 7/10, 7 over 10, because it is after the decimal point. And because it's still 10, it is still 1 0. Sorry, yeah, it is still 1 0, which is the characteristics 1, but not positive this time. It is negative. Okay, 7/10, 1, but negative. Look at the last one I have here. I have 0.0007314. Okay, the first significant digit there is 7, and that 7 is 7/10,000, 7/10,000, 7/10,000. And we know that 10,000 has 4 zeros. 10,000 has 4 zeros, and that's why we are having 4 there. But because it is after the decimal point, we are having it as negative, written as bar 4, written as bar 4. Okay, so that explains how you can determine the characteristics of your numbers under the logarithm. Okay, first let me explain 82.47. Characteristics is 1 because we have the first digit to be 8, and that place value of 8 is 8/10, and 10 has 1 0, and that is why we are having the characteristics to be 1. Okay, the second one, we have 107.8. The first significant digit there is 1, and the place value is 100, and 100 has 2 zeros, and that's why we are having the characteristics to be 2. The C part of it, we have 2.83, and 2, the place value is the first significant digit, and the place value is units. Okay, it's 2 units. Okay, 2 units has no 0, and that's why we are having the characteristics to be what? 0. Then the D, we have 0.745. The first significant digit there is 7 after the decimal point. 0 is no significant digit. So the first significant digit in the D is 7, and it is 7/10, 7/10, 7/10, 7 over 10, 7 over 10. And because it is still 10, we have the characteristics to be 1. Okay, 10 has 1 0. We have the characteristics to be 1. But because it is after the decimal point, it is negative. And under the logarithm, it is written as bar 1, not -1. It is written as bar 1. Now the E, we have the number 0.0007314. 0.0007314. Still again, we have the first significant digit to be 7. Okay, we have the 7 as the first significant digit, and it is 7/10,000, 7/10,000. And because 10,000 has 4 zeros, that's why we're having characteristics to be 4 there. But it's not positive 4, it is negative 4, because it is after the decimal point. After the decimal point. So it is also written as bar 4. Bar 4. So that is how you determine the characteristics of your numbers under logarithm. So we're going to stop here for today, and we'll continue on Mantissa in our next class. Drop your comments and questions, and I will attend to them. Thank you and love you so much.